Hey, it's me, Elizabeth. I got busy again. And the Lord does not like busyness. And I've been meaning to do another video, but I just let things get in the way. I had a subject that I wanted to talk about, but I talked with Jonathan about it, and it's something that he'd like to do with me, so I had to wait on that. So I've been trying to find a new subject, which I had one the other day, and it's totally slipped my mind now. So I think I'm going to go to what's been happening lately. I wouldn't say I have a lot of Bible scriptures to go with this, but it's just something that's kind of been happening in my life that I think a lot of people can understand and agree that, it's been difficult. And that has to do with negativity, which I have a really hard time with. I feel like negativity tends to stem from somebody doing something that, just really gets on your nerves. And I think it's when there's suffering that's going on, long suffering, like the Bible talks about. And I have one verse here that I've looked at lately that I really like for that particular topic. But let's see, it's Colossians 3:12-15. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, which is humble submissiveness for people like me who didn't know what meekness meant, long-suffering, there's the one, which pretty much is the same word as patience, but I like long-suffering because it really, it takes more out of it besides just patience. When you think, okay, you're going to be suffering for a long time. So all of those. I'll read it again real quick because I stopped in the middle. This is Colossians 3:12-15. Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another, and forgiving one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so you must also do. But above all things, put on love, which is the bond of perfection. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. I think that's kind of the opposite of negativity, is having thanksgiving, which I've been trying to do. In my prayers every day when I wake up, I try to name all the things I'm thankful for, which I know I probably don't even get in the ballpark of the amounts of things to be thankful for, but I at least try to really put them in my mind, at least some of them, relating to my situation of where I live, which is actually not that bad of a place. Yes, it's in a city, and that isn't my favorite right now, but, it's an okay neighborhood. We have a roof over our heads, and we have AC and heat to keep us feeling good. We have all of these things, stuff that we need, some things we need, and other things, most things that I have, that we don't need, that society has said that we need, or we just decided to acquire, kind of like all my knickknacks behind me. Don't need any of that, but I like having it. I have a birdie collection behind me back there, which is fun, but I try not to go overboard. But either way, I do try to remember that there are people around the world who have really, really difficult places and, just scenarios that they have to live through, and I really have to keep in mind that I have a lot to be thankful for. Oh, another big one for me. We only have one toilet, but you know what? Having a toilet, a working toilet, is amazing. It's amazing, especially when you have to use it often, not to, gross anybody out, but, if you have to use it a lot because, you're not feeling good, It's sure nice that it's continually working and there aren't any issues. And then you have clean, fresh water that just comes to your apartment or your house or whatever. It just comes. Yeah, of course you pay for it, but I'm just saying, like, it's there. You don't have to go out across the field or across town or whatever to go get your water. It just comes to you. I mean, how cool is that? All of these blessings, all these things that we just don't really think about because in America it's normal. It's like below normal. It's expected, essentially. But these are things that we need. And then, of course, food, I've never had an issue with not having enough food. Now, in comparison to some people, we may eat one way versus another. Some people may eat, where they cook their own meals every night. And some people may go out every day. And we, try to be mindful of both and, not go overboard on eating out and stuff. But I guess that's the thing is we have that blessing to be able to go out. Now we have a car that works. We have 2 cars that work, and don't have any issues. And then, of course, above it all, we have darn near perfect health, which is, of course, because we live in a society that will help us with that no matter what, the outlook of health insurance and all of that is. The fact that we have the ability to go out and if we're sick, to, fix it and everything. I mean, so many blessings, so many things to be thankful for. And like I said, there's probably way more things to be thankful for than that. But, that's just it's a really humbling outlook when you really just think about that. And, just remember that there are people, lots of other people in the world that just don't have that. So when I was thinking about negativity on a daily basis, I would say, besides the political climate, I would say it's, at least where I live, people, whether they are Christian or not, which I've come across a lot of people who aren't Christians, for instance, people who are deathly scared of the coronavirus, for instance. Now, this isn't a discussion about that, but, those people who are scared of those things, but they're also the same people, which I can't say for certain. Some of them could be Christians, but I would say a decent amount of them probably aren't because I hear them cussing, but okay. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's not me to judge. It's just from, you'll know them by their fruits kind of thing. So I just would say that, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. But you see them in their, they drive or bike or scooter because of the electric scooters, or they just kind of walk across the street, or they drive like they have 9 lives, 10 lives, whatever. Like if they were to get into a wreck, I mean, whatever, they'll be in the left lane and all of a sudden they'll change their mind and turn right and you're like, hold up, what? And you see it happen, of course, if you're defensive, but, some people don't pay attention. Next thing you know, it just happens, and then people are like, oh, darn. Because, I mean, accidents happen. This isn't me belittling anybody for, being accident prone, because we're all humans. I mean, it's going to happen. But just in the sense of, if you care so much about dying because you don't want to die because you don't know what's going to happen, or that you're going to turn into dirt or whatever because you're not going to go anywhere. I'm sorry, it's allergy season. I mean, it's just interesting, I guess, because a lot of people don't think about that. And, I don't know that. So I would say that's one of the points in my life when I get a little negative is when I see people who are putting their lives in my hands. And I'm just thinking, wait, hold up. I don't want to hold on to your life. That's for God to do. I don't want anything to do with that. I, of course, can look out for you or try to, but the thing is, I'm human too, and I might make mistakes. And if you're walking or biking or something, and I don't see you, and you're not looking out for yourself, I mean, it's very scary. But I guess the point is that, the Lord wants us to forgive. He wants us to continually forgive and, not let those things get internal into us that we take that and turn it into something negative. Instead, we should see it as an opportunity for prayer. Prayer helps us as Christians in our walk to not, react, because reactions usually are never good. When I react, anger usually comes out, or even pride to a certain extent. And the next thing I know, I'm saying something I shouldn't, and then later on I'm going, ooh, that wasn't good. I wish I had not done that, We've all been there with that, I'm sure. But, yeah, so I think that's definitely something I've been really trying to hold on to, is to just be thankful and to just try and stay away from negative things, even in my own household and my marriage, for instance. I notice that even the smallest negative things that I say can impact my husband, for instance, and I'm just like, ooh, I shouldn't have said that, about maybe how I think sometimes when he doesn't put away, his clothes or whatever, I might make a derogatory comment by it, which there's a Bible verse that I don't have ready about a nagging wife and how it's really, really not a good thing to be. And that really hit me when I heard a sermon about that the other day, and I was like, okay, I need to stop that, because, if I have a concern, I can bring it to him and say, I have a concern, and it would really help me if you were to do this for me, instead of going, why can't you just do this? Why is that a problem? I mean, think of what's actually going to help more. So, yeah, I would say that's a big one, at least for me in my life. And then, like, with the political environment too, it's so easy to get wrapped up in all this mess. But in the end, we got to trust the Lord when it comes to this and not get caught up, because at the end of the day, the only person who's going to change anybody's heart, it's not you or me or any other person on this earth. It's Jesus and Jesus alone, and we have to remember that. So whenever you're feeling angry and upset, we need to really be thankful and really look to trying to share Jesus with people, as that being the reaction that we go to is, oh, I don't know if they know Jesus. Let me see if they know Jesus. And if they do, great. Maybe that's just what they needed to kind of realign their mind. And if they don't, maybe, it'll plant a seed. It may not immediately change anybody, because, people are people. We all get stuck in our ways. We're worlds to ourselves, as my husband once told me, which I'm sure, he probably got from his parents or something. But, I think that's a really good way to look at it, is we have an idea of what's right and what's wrong, especially in this political environment, and we just really need to just think about that and realize what's really going to change people, what's really important. And it's nothing that you and I, on our own strength, can do. So, I encourage all of us to try to be thankful every day. Just get up, in the morning, and the first thing you do, just thank God for what you have. And of course, pray for whatever's on your heart, but I think that should be the very first thing. It even says in its word that we need to put him first in our prayers, that everything that we're thankful for. I'll see if I can put that in my, the comment section, the little bio piece underneath. I'm not good at knowing this stuff, but yeah, I'll see if I can find that and stick that there for anybody who wants to know. If not, you can always look up it on Google and find out. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm thinking today. If anyone has any thoughts that you have on this, I'd love to hear them. And just want to say that I'm so blessed to know each and every one of you. And if I don't know you, that I just pray that God blesses each of you in your life, wherever you are. And I just pray that life is going well for you, and if not, that you know who your Savior is and who to hold on to. And thanks for your time. I'll see you later.